Squad-wise, first of all, Sam, Buenos Mori ready to return? Jagielka?
Yes. Leighton Baines as well. I think that our injury list is not too bad at all. I think that obviously we've got a couple of long-termers with Mangala and McCarthy, but the rest of the players are okay.
A decision then to be made at centre-half with Ashley Williams suspended?
Yes, there is, yeah. It's, obviously we've now got Fourners back as well after 2 or 3 under 23 games, and then obviously Mangala unfortunately is injured at the end of the season, but we've got a number of centre halves we can choose from to make the replacement for Ash.
What then do you make of Brighton? 1-5 drawn 2 last 7 games all competitions?
Chris Houghton, outstanding. What he's done at Brighton, I think that he's a fantastic manager and has proven to be over a number of years now, and Brighton are reaping the benefits of his managerial experience for many years now, I think, and I think that they've accumulated a very good squad and very shrewd in their market, and that's and the way they're organised. So it's not just that they've are surviving now, it's that they're playing exceptionally well, scoring goals, picking up points at home and away. So it'll be a hugely difficult game for us, and it's not one we can underestimate at all on Saturday.
So how important is this one game in ensuring that Everton aren't dragged back into a relegation battle?
Oh, it's massively important. I think that we're all aware of the disappointment away from home, but we have to look at the home results and say that that's where at the moment our bread and butter lies. That's where we've been good. We've won the last 2 home games. I think we've only conceded 2 goals that were 2 penalties. So we've played very well at home. The club has played very well at home over recent seasons, but our away form is the big problem we have. So we have to put that behind us at the moment and make sure that there's no legacy from the disappointment of the last 2 away games, and be in top form on Saturday, because we need to obviously get a win, and we have put a lot of pressure on ourselves because of the last 2 away results, and we have to cope with that pressure and deliver for the fans, who are very, very important to us, home and away, and we got to give them something to get behind us on Saturday and cheer us on to win.
Is there a sense then that you need to lift the club down?
I think we need to lift ourselves, and if we lift ourselves to our level of performance that we've shown at home, then we can deliver a performance that could win, and that will obviously give everybody a bit of satisfaction at the weekend, rather than the disappointment we've suffered over the last 2 away games.
For you, Sam, do you still want to be at this club beyond this season?
Of course. I mean, there's tough times, and there's times when you have to draw in and close the doors and stay focused on what you want to try and achieve, and I think that that's very disappointing for everybody, myself included, that we have slipped where we have slipped to when we put ourselves in such a fantastic position in the early stages of me walking through the door. It's always been said for me, and that's said for me when I came here, that I came out of retirement because there was a long-term plan at Everton, a long-term aspect of going forward that I was excited about being a part of, and understanding the history of Everton Football Club and the amount of mates that were here when Everton were very successful, the Reedys and the Andy Grays and the Adrian East and the Paul Bracewells. I know all about Everton and what it demands and what you've got to try and achieve, and that was an exciting prospect going forward, rather than short term. I want it to be a long term appointment.
Do you have to sort the relationship with the fans then, because you're taking a bit of exception to expectation being compared to the likes of Newcastle and West Ham?
Our fans get behind the team when they are like every fan, but everybody's passionate, everybody has ambition, and when they don't see the players playing to the level that they expect, they show the disapproval, and rightly so. And away from home is where that problem really, really lies. We've got to make sure that problem doesn't happen on Saturday. We've got to make sure we excite the fans, and they will get behind us if we give them the sort of performances we gave against Leicester and we gave against Crystal Palace.
But for you personally as well, do you need to do more with regard to the fans? I mean, in regard to those comments about Newcastle and West Ham, do you need to clarify them? Or?
Well, look, every club's fans have a lot of passion, and like I said at the time, the history of Everton is far greater than Newcastle and West Ham, but every fan has great demands, and when there's big crowds, the demand is bigger, and that's what it's all about. And I think that for me, Everton is completely different from Newcastle or West Ham, but it was just a comparison. It wasn't anything other than that. But the different ambition to Everton is different to Newcastle and different to West Ham. But if you don't play as well as they expect you to play and don't entertain as well as you do, they show the disapproval, and that's what you have to deal with as a manager on the basis of you've got to turn that around and get the reverse for that and get everybody behind you. Our fans at home, I think, have been fantastic since I've been here. I think they've got behind the team even when they're not playing too well, and helped them along the way to get a result. But certainly in the last 2 home games, they were fantastic.
As far as
and since I've been here, of course.
As far as you're concerned as well, Mr. Bashiri wants you to stay beyond this season, and what talks are you having with him as regards plans for the future and plans to move the club forward?
Well, I'm having talks with him, but obviously those talks are confidential, of course, and we're in a difficult period at the moment, yes, but we've got to try and turn that around, and we've got to start on Saturday. It's my responsibility to get the team to play to the level that we know they can play. Players' responsibility on the field of play to play their best, and I think when they play the best, we can give anybody a game. And of course, when it comes to Brighton on Saturday, it's more about them delivering the performance as well as dealing with Brighton, because I think they'll feel a little bit under pressure, like we all are at the moment.
Top 7 then, still the target.
If we can turn our away. But keep our own results going, yeah. But then we must turn our away results around if we're going to get to that position. I think that we put ourselves quickly into a position where we could try and achieve that, and obviously we failed at that now. But I mean, first thing for me is, picking up a couple of more wins to be safe, and I think everybody, apart from the top 6 or so, does that initially, and then see where you can go, see how far you can go. You can win 3 or 4 out the last 5 games and finish 7th if you have a good run at the end of the season.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.